I remember when we were coming from Taraba. Meanwhile, when we went to Taraba, they were fighting. Jukun and the thief people. We saw dead people on the road. They said they just attacked. When we got to Zakibiam, the driver said, I'm thief, I won't cross. They will kill me. And the Jukuns won't cross from Wukari. So it's Fulanis that cross with people.
Hi friend, welcome to Prophetic Jokes TV channel, where joy and God's wisdom come alive. You will hear uplifting words, quick laughs, and simple truths that brighten your day. Together we will laugh, learn, and stay encouraged. Hit subscribe and let's share God's joy, one smile at a time.
It's worth it. It's part of our witness. It's called persecution. Number 3 is emotional and mental suffering. This is where you speak of sorrow, loneliness, anguish for the sake of Jesus and the church. And then there is social and economic suffering, where you lose possession, where you suffer poverty for the sake of Jesus. Imagine you are in Lagos and God now tells you, go to Gombe, and it calls a village where there's no light. If you are not a witness, you won't go. You know, our missions now, we want to carry the gospel to America. I will, Lord, send me. As you are saying, Lord, send me, you are seeing the map of America. You are seeing the map of England. When God now answers, he will say, go to Mozambique. There's an urgent work to be done. You'll say, no. Satan speaks in these last days. Be careful what you hear. Because you know there will be economic breakdown. It doesn't look like blessing to you. The last time I went to the prison in, is it Nasarawa State now? They said, we wanted to buy bags of rice. They said, wait. If you buy that one, the prison warden, they will have festival. You will see that you don't need anybody to advise you to live well. Imagine Gari and Kuli Kuli's festival of songs. It's a festival of fat things. You that like turkey, if you go to prison, you will divorce turkey. You will only see it in your dream. May God not let you land anywhere that is not part of your destiny. Meanwhile, some people are there who were falsely accused. That's where it becomes heartbreaking. Paul was speaking about other ministers, and he said, are they ministers of Christ? He said, let me speak as a fool. I am more. He said, in labor more abundantly, in stripes above measures, in prison more frequent, in death often. This is witness. He said, of the Jews 5 times I received 40 stripes save one. That's 39. He said, thrice I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. Thrice I suffered shipwreck. A night and a day I was in the deep. He fell into the water for a whole night and a day. He said, in journeying often, in peril of water, in peril of robbers. At least I've experienced some of these ones. Thank you, Jesus. I remember when we were coming from Taraba. Meanwhile, when we went to Taraba, they were fighting. Jukun and the thief people. We saw dead people on the road. They said they just attacked. When we got to Zakibiam, the driver said, I'm thief, I won't cross. They will kill me. And the Jukuns won't cross from Wukari. So it's Fulanis that cross with people. If you hear that, you will call your host and say, is there any preacher around that environment? What I'm feeling, I'm picking some signs. I think God has put his word in somebody. Fetch that person quick. When we were going, if a pin falls, you will hear the sound. We saw dead people by the road. Then when we were coming back, I was to preach in UNN. So we didn't have all the traveling issues. We eventually got different vehicles, crossed into Zakibian, got to Benue Links, and we're crossing to Makodi to proceed to UNN. As we're crossing around Obolo, we saw cars parked. People were running to the bush. I know some of you who are of the spirit, you will sit there loving Jesus. Victor entered the other window. I entered the other one. Flew out of the window. Took off into the bush. There was a day we were traveling to Vandikia to preach. As we entered the car, bus got fire. People were saying, hey, open the door. Open door? Did you hear that the wind carry men? I hovered through the window. When we ran, I looked back. I discovered the fire was not much. Came and opened the door and took off. Somebody saw me. He said, you be soldier? I said, you know, I'll be soldier for Christ. This is soldier of Jesus Christ. There was a day we were going to Enugu. That day, see, may the Lord strengthen our faith some more. A car passed, overtook our bus, and when we looked through the window, we saw some giant guns. You know, those days, when you are traveling, they had some narrow paths that they used for shortcut. Driver turned now, where are you going? The driver parked and waited for some time. He said, then don't go. Go where? We couldn't tread back. We now sat and started speaking in tongues. That's why sometimes when you pray, close your eyes. It's not today. It's not today. When we die for God, not today. Guess what? As we drove for like 2 minutes, one of the robbers, they stopped and they wanted to kill, you know all these fowls that are like birds in the bush? The guy was shooting. Why they didn't rob us that day is Jehovah. We would have died many times. Didn't I tell you about Owerri? We were taking off. 5 minutes into the air, plane started falling. Hey! Everybody was shouting. I looked through the window, it's like a bus descending from the air. Is it today? I grabbed the eye. If we die, we'll die holding. After a while, the plane stabilized. I went to the pilot when we landed. Meanwhile, people prayed till we arrived. Everybody became a believer. I went to the pilot. This is an old elderly British guy. He said, I don't know what was. That's the mess in the air. Mess. He's messy, not mess. Who would have sunk? Now, there are times when we're involved in accident, the spirit of faith rose. But many times, bro. That's why I say, we walk by faith, but we trust in mercy. I was in Ghana with my friend Kusi, Reynold Kusi. A car hit us by the side, threw us to the other side of the road. He was shouting, I said it is well. Spirit of faith. But sometimes, the spirit of faith comes late. That's why you call it in perils of waters. In perils of robbers. By my own countrymen. By the heathen. In the city, in the wilderness, in the sea, among false brethren. The guy knew all the category of suffering. In weariness, in painfulness, in watching, even intercession. In hunger, in thirst, in fasting, in cold, in nakedness. You say you are a disciple? Any little thing you say, why are things happening like this? For Jesus, it's worth it.